To make a reusable muslin coffee filter, the first thing you're going to need is a pie pan, a plate, a pan lid, whatever, that measures 10 or 11 inches round diameter. This one is about 10 and a half, but 10 or 11 is a good size. And for the basket style, you want a piece of bleached muslin cotton, and this one is unbleached cotton. It doesn't matter which one, it's just whatever your preference is. And you're going to put your whatever you're using for your pattern down onto your fabric, and you're going to trace around there. So I'm just using a regular pin. Just going to trace around. I will link to the written instructions in case you work better that way. So now I have my tracing. So what I want to do is I want to cut it out. Okay, I have a circle. Now, you could just stop there and just use a circle of muslin. It would work fine. You just put it down into your basket and it will fit like you fold it up. The problem is these edges are going to fray eventually. I used to sell these I had an eBay store, and so I have, this one's packaged up still. So you can sort of see the finished one here. So what you want to do is, for the basket one, it's just the circle. This same size 10 to 11 circle will work for the cone size and the basket size. For this video, we're just going to be doing the basket. So if you see this one's folded in half, you can see that we're going to do the center. We're going to zigzag in the center with a very tight zigzag, and we're going to do the edges. The reason why the center one is done is just it sits better in the bottom of your basket. It fits pretty well in the center. This is a little big. Let me find a saucer and find something that is pretty much just the center. I have a saucer here, and I have this lid to a grapefruit container. Either one would work. I'm going to use this saucer. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to center it in the center. I'm just going to trace around it. Now I'm not going to cut this one. That's going to be our sewing line. So now we're going to sew. We're going to do a tight zigzag in the center like this one. And then we're going to do a tight zigzag on the outside. Ordinarily I would like to use a brighter colored thread like this nice bright turquoise, but I just happen to have black in my sewing machine, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to put it on the widest zigzag that I have, and I'm going to put it on the tightest zigzag. If you have a serger, this would work even better. So I'm just going to pick a spot to start. And now I'm going to use, you can see the circle here. That's the bottom of my basket. And now I'm going to just do the outside. Okay, when I get to the end, I'm just going to go around again. And there you have it. You just have I'm cut my loose strings off here, my loose threads off. And obviously if I was selling these, I would do it a lot neater, but for the sake of making the video, I'm doing a little quicker here. So let's go look and see what it looks like in the coffee pot. So you would just put your filter down in there and fold the edges. So here are some used cone filters that I have, and how I wash them is I just use dish soap, and I wash them like when I'm washing dishes, and then I let them drip dry. So here I have one that is fairly new. These are fairly new, and these were probably about 5 years old. And so they held up pretty well. These were all unbleached muslin. I might want to go even down to a 9-inch or an 8-inch. So you can just, they're so easy to make. You can play with it. When I wash this, it's going to shrink some. You want to stick with muslin because you want obviously the flow through the water and you don't want it to back up and pool in there. You want it to flow through just like a disposable coffee filter. So the lightweight muslin, just unbleached or bleached muslin, to me has just worked really well. I've tried different cottons, I've tried different cheesecloths. You don't want your grains to go through, but you want the water to go through. So for me, the muslin works well, bleached or unbleached. Some people have debated whether or not the value of this is worth it. I know coffee filters are very cheap. You can buy a pack of 500 of them at the dollar store for $1. But my point is I like to have something if I run out of filters. I have a product on hand and I'm not stuck with some. I don't use disposable napkins or paper towels, so I don't have that to use as a backup. So this is something that I can use when I don't have filters, or I can use it full time. I hope this helps you, and if you have a cone style, I'm going to be doing a cone style video too. It's almost the same thing, and it's also easy to do. And just like, I might add, just like any other coffee filter, once in a while you'll have a coffee filter disaster and it will fold down and you'll get coffee grounds in your coffee or whatever. I don't find that I have any more accidents with the muslin filters than I do with the disposable paper filters, so that just in case anyone's wondering about that. So thank you for joining me. It's been Angie from Canterbury Trails Farm. Bye.